Welcome to the ArmaniTalks podcast. I'm your host, ArmaniTalks. In this podcast, I'm helping you level up your 5 soft skills: public speaking, storytelling, social dynamics, emotional intelligence, and creativity. 5 soft skills for you to change your life forever, skyrocket your confidence along the way. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about why looking for the prevention is more important than looking for the cure. There's actually a quote based on this phenomena. 1 ounce of prevention is worth 1 pound of the cure. I have a Ring alarm system, and I believe it is a solid investment. Every now and then, it does make me a little paranoid. Whenever I'm leaving my house, I believe nowadays I have too much information. I get a notification anytime someone is in my front door, and I get paranoid, right? If I wasn't expecting a guest and I get a notification that says there is someone at your front door, I get nervous thinking, well, what if it's a burglar? It's not a burglar. Normally, it's either a salesman or it's someone who's walking around the vicinity of my place, maybe my neighbor, and Ring still activates the notification system. I would rather be safe than sorry. So I am preventing anything from happening by having too much information in the beginning. Let's say I don't have a Ring system. What then? You know what will happen then? Imagine someone breaks into my house. How am I going to get the police officers any information? I can't. Instead, I'm looking for these sorry solutions that's not taking us anywhere. I'm looking for the cure, and the cure just isn't worth it. I was talking to one of my friends recently who one time suffered from alcoholism, and he was telling me the brutal process of what it's like to overcome that alcohol addiction. If you drink a lot and suddenly you stop drinking abruptly, you start to get mood swings, you start to get nightmares, your body begins shaking. After he successfully overcame alcoholism, he said, "Armani, I know you're not someone who drinks, but just remember this. It's better to avoid drinking than get into the drinking trap and finding ways to get out of it." I thought about it, and what he was really saying was, prevent the thing from ever happening before you go looking for a cure. There was another situation where I heard something very similar. There was this guy and a girl who were dating for some time. Eventually, the girl deleted a bunch of text messages, and the guy was looking for a solution. What should he do? Should he stay with her? Should he break up with her? What should he do? He was looking for a cure a little too late. My philosophy is, bro, you should have had this conversation from the beginning. You should have said, hey, if you ever delete text messages and I find out there was intent from your end, it's done. You're preventing it from ever happening. So the situation with the Ring system, with my friend overcoming alcoholism, with the guy and the girl breaking up, all these different examples have one thing in common. Look for the prevention before looking for the cure. And this can apply in a multitude of ways in your life. One example I can just give you right now is if you have a job, really take some time to work hard on the job. You don't want to be one of those guys getting fired in this job market and being like, well, what do I do to get another job? How about you work on the job that you currently have? Rather than always being late, show up on time. Rather than always being on your phone in meetings, engage with the other workers. Instead of not learning any new skills for the past 6 years, learn some new skills. This is you looking more into the prevention versus the cure. And the more that you do that, homie, the more that you will be thankful in the long run. The worst time to look for the cure is when you are forced to look for the cure. Prepare early, my friend, and start looking for some preventions. If you enjoyed today's talk and you want to get more insights like this into communication skills, be sure to check out the ArmaniTalks free daily newsletter. Within this newsletter, you will learn much more about public speaking, social skills, emotional intelligence, concentration skills, and much more. Join the tribe by going on ArmaniTalks.com/newsletter. Sign up today. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks podcast, and I'll catch you next time.